Hello everyone, hope you all fine. So welcome back to the social science class in which we are going to start the next topic, that is the Vedic age. So here we all learn about the Vedic age. First of all, we start with the introduction, as Vedic age is divided into two parts, as two periods. First one is early Vedic period and second one is later Vedic period. In early Vedic period, this Vedic period when Aryans first settled in India is known as early Vedic period. सबसे पहले जब Aryans इंडिया में settled हुए थे between 1500 BC to 1000 BC, that period is count between in early Vedic period. And in the second part, after the 1000 BC to 500 BC, when Aryans developed and start using iron and other metals, is called later Vedic period. First early Vedic period में तो क्या हुआ था, आर्यंस इंडियंस में आके सेटल्ड हो गए थे. सेकेंड लेटर वैदिक पीरियड में क्या हुआ था, आर्यंस ने कुछ डेवलपमेंट्स करी थी जिसमें आयरन और मेटल्स का यूज़ करना स्टार्ट किया था. सो हियर इज ऑल अबाउट द इंट्रोडक्शन अबाउट द वैदिक. Here are some sources. The sources are divided into two parts, literary and archaeological. First, literary is divided into two parts, Vedic, Vedas, epics, and the archaeological into two parts, Aryan and poetry. So first we'll start with the literary sources. Here the first literary sources are of two types, that is first one is Vedas, second one is epics. So very first one, if we talk about the Vedas, basically the Veda word is derived from the Sanskrit word that is Ved, and Ved means knowledge. Basically the Ved literature basically divided into two parts. First one is Shruti, second one is Simriti. Here the Shruti was given by gods to sages, that's also called the Rishis. Sages ko Rishis kaha jata hai, and they pass that knowledge orally. They all pass these knowledge orally, no, not at all a written document or written part is available of this knowledge. And Simriti was composed by the Rishis and Sages. So if we talk about the Vedas, there are four Vedas. First one is Rig, second Sama Veda, Yajur Veda, and last one is Atharva Veda. Basically Rig Veda is the very oldest Veda, and it is around 3500 years ago. 3500 years old, hence called as the first testament of the mankind, and it is composed at the time of the early Vedic period. In Rig Veda, all it contains like hymns dedicated by the sages to God. It contains the famous Gayatri mantra also. And the second one is Sama Veda. Sama, basically what is the meaning of Sama? Sama means the sweet song or melody. Basically these hymns are sung by the praised, or we can say that the rishis at the time of the sacrifice, और वी कैन से दैट द पूजा पाठ के टाइम पे जो मंत्रों को पढ़ा जाता है उन्हें संग बोला जाता है. देन आफ्टर दैट याजुर्वेदा, इट डील्स विद रिचुअल एंड हाइम्स. Basically in Yajurveda, it all about deals with the ritual and hymns recited during the performing yanjanas. Then last one is Atharva Veda. Basically Atharva Veda is deals with magic and charms. Now here is the other classification of the sources at the time of Vedic age. Archaeological sources. Second one is archaeological sources, and archaeological is further divided into two parts, iron and poetry. So first we learn about the iron. Basically iron, the first discovery of iron marks as important stage of the human history, and this iron is used as like in the form of the in the field of the agriculture, or we can say that the iron was used to make axe which helped them to clear forest and cultivation. आपने देखी होगी कुल्हाड़ी वगैरह जो होती है उसके आगे के जो होता है उसको एक्स कहा जाता है, और उस एक्स को जो पूरी वो होती है एक्स जो होती है वो हेल्प करती है फॉरेस्ट को क्लियर करने में और लैंड को कल्टीवेट करने में. दे ऑल्सो मेड आयरन प्लफेट्स एंड सिकल्स हॉल्स ऑल्सो. Now if we talk about the occupation, at that time the people's occupations are like weaving, spinning, carpentering, tanning and tool making. All these are the occupations of the people of Vedic time period. Now come to the defense one. Basically iron was also used in the field of defense also as a weapon, like swords, armor, shields, slings. All these are the use of the irons. So the next one is poetry. the last partition of the archaeological is poetry. Basically, poetry is the main source of information, and here are some different types of poetry. First one is graveware, and second one is painted graveware. Basically, this poetry is discovered at different sites, and this painted graveware जो थी वो बहुत ही फाइन क्वालिटी की, स्मूथ और इवन कलर्ड पोइट्री होती थी. जो मटके होते थे काफ़ी कलर्ड होते थे, एंड इट वॉज मेड ऑफ हाई क्वालिटी क्ले विद ज्योमेट्रिक पैटर्न्स painted on it in black. Few had floral patterns. किसमें किसी में geometric patterns follow up किया जाता था painting के लिए, किसी में floral patterns. And the poetry includes open mouthed bowls and dishes also. And the later, after some time period, a new type of poetry called as a एक इनके अलावा graveware and painted graveware के अलावा एट द लास्ट टाइम पीरियड में नॉर्थन ब्लैक पॉलिश्ड वेयर एक पोइट्री इंट्रोड्यूस की गई थी, वॉज सीन, एंड इट वॉज ग्लोसी एंड शाइनिंग. एक्चुअली दिस नॉर्थ ब्लैक पॉलिश्ड वेयर इज लाइक अ ग्लोसी एंड शाइनिंग. इट वॉज यूज बाय द रूलिंग क्लासेस. बेसिकली जो रूलर्स होते थे वो यूज़ किया करते थे इस पॉलिश्ड वेयर, नॉर्थ ब्लैक पॉलिश्ड वेयर पोट्री को. सो इट्स